Dave Daly right here on the Muskegon Channel. I'm Andy O'Reilly. There's Dave Cackley. We're heading into a Friday, which is exciting. Last night we were watching Jeopardy, which finally is no longer a rerun of Champions of Past. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, you know what? I haven't really watched much of Jeopardy.
So,
I have
like,
occasionally I will come upon it
it
and I'll
seems
watch
like
for a little bit.
since last October they've been doing some rerun of Tournament of
Hmm.
Champions, such and such, which is a reason to get that Amy on every 3 weeks, or um, some of their other past champions that have stood out.
Hmm.
And it's like, please stop. This, I'm tired of looking at the same 5 people every 3 weeks. Can we not have
Uh,
some? So anyway, it looked better last night, but I was also distracted, so I was coming in between the computer and the TV, and um, I'm going through the Book of Faces, and up
hmm.
pops an ad for Slayer shirts, and I I have an almost involuntary reaction when I see an ad for
Oh.
Slayer t-shirts.
Hmm.
Yep, and bang bang, just like that, 2 of them on their way. And if we could have a group moment where we could discuss um the lack of necessity for me buying Slayer t-shirts at this point. And I think part of it goes back to one I bought a while ago, while married, which just
Hmm.
turned up missing. Um,
Oh, gee, I wonder who threw that away.
I don't know. We don't point fingers and we don't make
No,
accusations around here.
no, we're curious.
Uh, Oops, that one must have gone where the socks go in the dryer. I don't know,
Oh.
but I've got some that got the big pentagrams on them, and that doesn't always look good in
Hmm.
the right situation.
No, it
Like,
doesn't.
say, a family gathering, or maybe
No.
a bar mitzvah. You don't want to wear that there,
Yeah.
but just the word. Yeah, now we're
Yeah.
touching on acceptable. Um,
Yeah.
you know, I, what would you do if you had that kind of incontrollable automatic response?
What would I say? See, I try to fight against those things, but I can succumb just as easily as the next guy.
Yep.
You know, I've been known to peruse things
What's your
online and
thing that you just
go,
look at and go, oh, I got to have that?
"Oh, that's an interesting." Because I started buying these T-shirts, like just plain blue. I've got like three plain blue T-shirts that I bought off Amazon because I like just different. I don't like anything with words on. I try not to. Occasionally, on rare occasion, I'll wear a T-shirt with words, but
Yep.
I like just plain tees. So I'll just scroll like, oh, it's like you can get three for like $12. Okay, I'm all in. So it's
Okay.
nothing that's gonna break my bank. The one of the positive things about being poor is you can't spend. I can't spend what I don't have.
Oh,
I
true.
can't.
True. Right.
I can't do it. So um, my my impulse buys are
Minimal.
meaningless
Yeah. Like,
basically because it's
impulse buy for you would be
there's a
like packing now laters.
exactly. Now,
Yeah. Okay.
oh my
All
God,
right.
no! Like, now,
All right.
do I have 72 cents in my pocket? I don't. Only 65.
Well, I don't know if it's me being stuck on the fact that somehow a Slayer T-shirt disappeared. No
Mm.
questions asked. We're past that now.
Well,
Or
everybody's nostalgic for the we you romanticize
Well,
your
plus, and if you're just
childhood, your
riding down the
youth.
road in a car and a Slayer song
Mm.
comes on, how do you
Yeah,
not just let it all out when that happens,
of
right?
course. And then you're thinking, I need a T-shirt of this band.
Yes, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
I could be out cutting my grass, but displaying my angst and anger at the same time. So let's say the neighbor wants to come over and piss and moan about mowing the lawn.
Mm.
Hey, dude, Slayer shirt. Better watch
There
who
you
you're
go.
talking to here.
I used to get a lot
I
of.
might go in the house and stick pins in a doll, and you know,
What was the place in Grand Rapids? You'll remember this. This is a early 90s, mid 90s that had all the cool T-shirts. Had all the cool. Like you get tie dye stuff. You get
Purple East.
all the band. Was it Purple East or what? It may I feel like it's not Purple East, but it might be Purple East.
There's Purple East. There was
There was
Shakedown Street. There
Shakedown.
was these are head shops before
Yes,
head shops were
yes,
a thing. So
yeah.
there was
Head
Purple
shops.
East. There was Shakedown Street. There was
Feels like there's another one
I'm
that
trying
was
to
the
think
one I
of
went to.
what were cool T-shirt shops back then. Man, I can't come up anymore.
Yeah, maybe it was Purple Ace, but that's where I would get I'd get like the Doors. So
Yeah,
I went through a Doors phase, but
yep.
obviously I didn't go to any Doors concerts because
You
he
couldn't.
died. Um, yeah, but I remember doing that. I used to buy a lot of crap there,
Well,
and I think it might have been Purple Ace, but I don't know.
yeah, Purple East.
There you go.
Purple East. Well, anyway,
I actually bought a KLQ T-shirt there.
did
For
you
the
really?
dumbest. It was like I remember saying I just liked what it said, like a chainsaw in a flower garden or something stupid like that. 94.5, and I bought
I remember that sweeper,
it.
like a chainsaw in a
In
flower
a flower garden. Ha! It's clever. It's clever.
garden.
Give that imaging director a raise.
Somebody posted a picture of the player card the other day.
Oh yeah.
Did you have a player
That's,
card?
you know what? What's interesting? No, I never had a player card, but when I was an intern at 107.7 RKR in Kalamazoo, we had Rocker Club cards.
Yep.
And one of my first jobs was entering all these people into a huge database. Oh, a card going through these. Okay.
Oh, you know what that was?
I remember spending hours.
You know what that was? That was the
What?
very first round of data mining on people.
Oh yeah, you know what?
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah,
I
that was
even back then, I
that was
thought,
97.
I don't know if I like this.
Yeah.
I was filling out the form. I had
Mhm.
player card number 2. Seriously.
Yeah, it gave you all these discounts. That was the thing.
I had player card number 2. And as I was filling out the form about everything they wanted to know about me to get the player card, I thought this is a little creepy.
Mhm.
They were starting data mining back then
Yeah.
in on all that stuff. So and that the
Inter-
LA VIP card and
Mhm.
all that other stuff, people just bought
Oh
it.
yeah,
They bought it hook,
those
line, and
were
sinker. And you know what?
100%.
Looking back, that should have been. I mean that's a history lesson as
Yeah,
to
it
what
is.
we've got
It's
now
interesting.
and how much data can be pulled off people and they don't even know about it.
But that was
So
really the interesting thing. That was actually even before. I mean, the internet was out,
that
but
was
it wasn't
pre-internet.
what
It was
was.
just coming online. Yep.
It was just everything kind of came about at the same time, but it was for businesses and for the radio stations. It was mostly rock stations that were doing this
Yeah.
stuff. It was actually kind of a cool deal. It's like you get promotion for these businesses, and the
Yep.
businesses will give these customers through your relationship with the radio station discounts at
And
all these different places.
then look at what they've done with it since. They've kind of turned it into that buy your deal from us, which I
Mm-hmm.
really think sucks. I think that the businesses get screwed on those
Yeah,
buy your
they kind of
coupons from
do.
us. They do.
Mhm.
I think they
They
do.
kind of
Um, what was I going to say? A final. Oh, you were bringing up the radio stations and websites.
do.
Real quick thought. You're 100% correct on that. And I'll tell you, I remember when we were just developing the website for KLQ. I was sitting on the air one afternoon with Dave Mustaine from Megadeth, and they came through to take some pictures of me and Dave from Megadeth having a
Mhm.
chat on the radio. And he's like, "Hey, who's this guy taking all these pictures and what are they for?" And I'm like, "Oh, we're building a website.
Mhm.
This is what radio stations are all getting into
Right.
now, websites,
Yeah.
right?" And he's like, "Oh, well, all right, I suppose if
But he already had a distrust, like, okay, what's going on?
well,
Yeah.
he wanted to get permission. He wanted advance permission to take pictures, is all.
Right.
He's like, well, next time it would be courteous if you just asked
Yeah.
ahead of time.
Okay.
All right.
And that's fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah. And at that time, too, David still not evolved into being an adult. He was still kind of a
Mm.
dick. So uh,
some
he was
some
still a little
never.
pissed. He was still a little pissed that he wasn't in Metallica still.
Yeah. Exactly. What the hell did I do?
I know, right? News, lay it on me.
Yeah. All right, let's get into it. Continuing inflation continues to delay any potential cuts on interest rates. Data released earlier this week marked the third consecutive month of higher than expected inflation. Rates are more than a percentage point higher than the Federal Reserve's 2% target. Some good news, though, with the employment higher. There's a lot of hiring, so you can offset this by side hustling or doing whatever. I just buy less shit.
There you go.
That's what I've been doing. I
Not
don't know what
you're
else.
not buying Slayer shirts, is what you're saying.
No, I'm not digging in deep into that wallet to get a 14.99 Slayer shirt. I'm just guessing. My guesstimate.
$14.99. What?
I don't know. I just threw that number out there.
No, buddy, you're looking a
Yeah.
little closer to $30.
All right. All right. Moving on. Heisman Trophy winner, Hall of Famer, actor, broadcaster, pitchman. O.J. Simpson has passed away. His family announced his death from cancer on Thursday. Of course, O.J. shot to fame at University of Southern California, winning the aforementioned Heisman Trophy before a long and star-studded career in the National Football League, breaking Jim Brown's rushing record. He moved on to broadcasting, acting. Hertz Rent-A-Car. Nobody rented a car unless OJ said, "Hey, rent this car," and then you'd rent the car from Hertz. And OJ gone too soon at the age of 76. There you go.
And then he murdered 2 people, and that's the last we'll ever breathe his name. Because
wait a second. What? I didn't go to my hand. Let me check my notes.
end of story.
Oh yeah, there was a apparently he was acquitted though.
And then in the civil trial, they found the
acquitted.
shoes that he had the footprints in that didn't come up in the criminal
Oh.
trial, and
Yeah, but
he got So he's
okay.
good. He's dead. Move on. I don't
Oh.
want to hear another goddamn word of that
Okay.
guy's name again.
But
He's a criminal.
but we're forgetting his work in the Towering Inferno and the
Don't
Naked
give a
Gun
shit.
series.
He's dead.
You know,
He should have been dead when he killed those other 2 people. Good.
well, again,
Yep.
he was
Done.
I'm just saying he was
Finish.
found
And
he was found not
done.
guilty by a jury of his peers.
Of
though.
course he was. Move on to the next story. I'm going to turn the camera off.
You know what's interesting?
Zero.
The amount of
Zero.
the amount
None.
of stuff online
Done.
after it's like nobody knew how to handle it.
I don't want to hear another word.
No, I'm going back because this we're gonna bring it. We're gonna bring it around because I remember
We're done. He's a dead killer.
Because
He
look,
gets not another second.
okay.
Trust me on this one. I don't want to hear another word.
Okay,
He gets not another second of mention in
I
this
was-
world.
I was going from the transition of when I was a
transition.
kid, where what this
But you're going to
showed
give me a
about-
transition.
No, what this showed me about the way we view people and celebrities in general. You think you know, you really think you know, based on somebody's public persona. Nobody knew the dark, demonic aspect of this guy. Nobody knew it.
Okay, move on.
Or a few people did, but nobody didn't. Never know. Just goes to show you never know. Finally, could cost more to feed and house incoming students at Michigan State University. The Board of Trustees expected to approve a 7% increase in housing and dining costs later today. Under the increased first-year students living in residence halls will pay a little over $12,500. That's an $800 increase. When you think about it, though, that doesn't seem $12,500 for living expenses for a year. Of course, that doesn't include tuition. Doesn't seem like it. That's like a little over $1,000 a month for your housing and your food.
Seems cheap to me.
It does seem real, doesn't it? Doesn't seem that pricey. I don't know. Sports. Wings fall to the Pittsburgh Penguins 6-5. Minnesota and Detroit were rained out. Pistons still suck. That's sports.
I love this question today in Jeopardy. It is so exciting. It's so fun. I knew it by the time I got to the third name. You, on the other hand, it's a gimme. It's a gimme.
Okay.
Famous families for 1,200. Last name of siblings: Albert, Otto, Alfred, Charles, and John, who in 1884 started the world's greatest show circus.
Oh, God. I'm going to go with the Ringling Brothers?
Yes, sir, you are. I was there at their museum. I went to their house where they grew up last summer. It was just the coolest thing ever.
You know how stupid I am?
How stupid are you?
Almost said. Guess what I almost said?
Barnum.
No, because although that would have been a smarter guess.
P.T. Barnum was the slave owner.
Dude, a lot of people were slave owners.
I know that, but
Like
I'm just saying.
most of the world were slave owners.
Most people don't know the history of circus. That's
No,
the
they
thing.
don't. Yeah,
Growing up. Yeah. He
that's really
started off
interesting.
with a woman named Joyce Heth, who
Mhm.
he told the world was a 161-year-old nurse of George
Mhm.
Washington, and he took her around, and for a quarter, you could see this lady, and then
Uh-huh.
after that, when everybody kind of failed on the gag, they're like, oh, okay, he's
Mhm.
full of it.
Yeah.
He turned it around and he accused himself of being a liar in the paper, and he charged 50 cents for people to come back and see an automaton that was made of rubber, and she was a robot. It was still Joyce Heth,
Hmm.
but he got him twice. First for a
That's
quarter, then for
really
50
brilliant.
cents.
That is so. I don't know. It's one of those. It's like that's just impressive.
That's the
The way
circus.
some people, the way the mind of some people works is, I can't, I can't grasp. I can't grasp it. But anyway, I was going to say the Shrine Circus, which would have been really stupid.
Shrine. Yeah. All those
Sure, yeah.
Shriners.
No,
Yeah.
but I didn't, did I?
No, you didn't.
No,
Ringling
no, I
Brothers.
said Ringling Brothers.
1,200 to the good. Give
You're
yourself a
welcome.
gold star on the fridge this weekend. We'll see you back here Monday.
See ya.
Welcome back. Muskegon rain will move out of the region this afternoon, so let's take a look at your forecast brought to you by Trinity Health. Your weather headlines show that we will be windy today with gusts up to 35 to 40 miles per hour, so similar conditions that we saw on Thursday. However, the rain will be moving out by the afternoon hours and will turn mostly sunny this weekend, thankfully, with 70s probably likely at least next week. So you can see the future radar at 8 a.m. shows light rain slowly moving out of West Michigan, and I think by the noon hour, all that rain will be off to the east and will start to clear out the skies maybe by sunset, but most of Friday will be pretty cloudy. Temperature wise, we'll be holding in the mid 50s, which is about where we should be this time of year, maybe a little bit cooler. But then over the weekend, we'll definitely warm up as a warm front slices through. So for your Friday, expect a high at right around 54 degrees with morning rain showers, and then we'll stay cloudy for the rest of the day. But it will be windy with gusts up to 40 miles per hour, especially during the afternoon. Then overnight, we'll cool down to 42 as skies will definitely start to clear going into Saturday morning. And thankfully, this weekend looks pretty sunny, and the only chance of rain will occur Saturday night. So during the daytime hours over the weekend, it should be dry with temperatures warming into the 60s on Sunday, and we'll maybe even hit the 70s early next week as well, with a chance of thunderstorms for Tuesday. And then after that, we should stay warm as spring looks to stay here. And that is your Friday and weekend forecast brought to you by Trinity Health on the Muskegon channel. And I'm Colin Woods Weather, and enjoy your weekend.